Hey Tech, welcome to my first listen for Enhypen's Desire, oops, wrong playlist, Desire Unleash. I'm excited to dive into the first listen to it for this. Video may seem short because it is. It's an 8-track album, but we're only checking out 3 within this first listen. Why? Because we did for the English version of Loose, there was like a lyric video or something that they dropped that we checked out. Love the track. Oh my god, it's got a cool, funky vibe to it. And then we already checked out Bad Desire because that was the main music video. We also checked out Outside because they dropped a music video for that. And then there's the Loose Korean version and then the Bad Desire English version. I've already heard the Bad Desire English version because of course I have. But the Loose Korean version, normally if there's like different language versions of a track, I don't check them out in the first listen because I'm like, it's the same song. Yeah, there could be some lyrical analysis that we can do, but I'd rather reserve it for the tracks to check out. So this one is going to be Flashover, Helium, and Too Close, the B-sides for this actual track, or the album. I'm excited. I mean, I love their B-sides. I think they're so amazing. Bad Desire is such a banger. Outside is such a banger. So I'm excited to be seeing kind of what the rest of the album is kind of sounding like. I didn't think, I knew Loose was a single, but with the other promotional tracks being Bad Desire and Outside, I'm like, okay, but then we got Loose, so it's definitely, I think, gonna be an experience. I don't know if the B-sides here are gonna lean themselves more towards like a Bad Desire or like a Loose. I don't know, that's kind of the apples and oranges we got here. But yes, I do color-coded lyric videos for this, so if I just find it to be the best solution for you and for me to follow along together in real time. But if they're wrong, I didn't make these. But that's just, I don't know, what we use so we can follow along together. But yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and dive on into it. Flashover is the first track on the album. I mean, they have incredible B-sides. Their albums have been they've been good since debut, but I really love what they've been doing. I don't know, the last handful, since I've been doing first listens, honestly. But Flashover, she 2 minutes, but that's fine, right? Because Outside's 2 minutes. We're not even getting to 2.5 anymore. We're getting to 2 minutes? How sad. Anyways, Flashover, let's go. Interesting. Okay, vocals. Again, just the brighter vibe is so interesting because it's such a dark concept that they promote. Oh. What in 2017 is happening? The EDM drop? Are we at a rave? I wouldn't think they would go for this, but here we are. I didn't think it was gonna be so mid to 2010s EDM pop. Interesting. Because even when EDM was popular with K-pop, it was nothing like this. And the drum makers feel like I'm at a rave. Alright, that was so interesting. I felt like I was experiencing a 2016, 2017 EDM beat drop, So that was very interesting. I would never really expect them to go for that type of genre of sound, but they I got a hair on my lip or something. Yes, they do. To go for this type of sound, it's just, it's just crazy to me. I don't know, like, it's just, but they kind of are very diverse with their B-sides and kind of the songs that they select. So it's kind of like not surprising, but also just like, whoa, you know, is it making a comeback? Your girl got into K-pop to lead that pop, you know, so it's very interesting that sort of now it's almost resurfaced in like a nostalgic type of way. I'm like, do I feel nostalgic about it? I don't know. It's a very interesting experience for me, but I think the track was really good. Also, the drum makes me feel like I'm at a rave. Oh my god, concert so litty. But yeah, so it was definitely interesting, and it's very interesting to open this with an album that we get into Bad Desire. Like, they have very pop driven tracks, but then like everything's kind of like darker too, so it's just overall an interesting experience, honestly. But yeah, so that was the first track. Then we go Bad Desire, then we go Outside. You see what I mean? If you talk about a top-down album structure, it goes, you get this very poppy Flashover, Bad Desire, dark concept, Outside, very hip-hop, very just like gritty type of concept. Then you get Loose, the Korean version, which is another kind of more slower pop, funkier pop track. And then we get into Helium. I don't know where we're going. I don't know where we're going with this anymore. I do recommend Key's Helium. That's a great track. It's a B-side for him too as well. But is it a B-side? I think it's a Key B-side. They're all title tracks to me. They're just also amazing. But yes, let's go ahead and dive on into Helium. Let's go. More pop. Very like 80s. You know? Which is not like their first time doing it, but it's so interesting to be a part of this album. I guess the other B-sides make sense. Hello? What a bridge. Oh, what a bridge. What an amazing bridge. It's crazy because a lot of these songs don't have bridges. But if they're cooking like this, why don't they give me a bridge in the title track? I'm just asking legit questions, am I not? Yeah, has this very 80s element to the track, which is, they've done it before, but like, it's very interesting to me that their B-sides are so much more pop driven, at least for this album. It's not the case with all their albums, than their like title track is. I don't know if they don't always flip-flop it like that, to where it's just like, if the title track is more pop, then the B-sides are more kind of their darker sound and stuff, their concepts. And this one seems to be like the opposite of it. Like, he kind of gave us the darker concepts to promote, and then we kind of these very pop driven B-sides. But that bridge was incredible. I'm like, why? We are really being deprived of Enhypen bridges. All I want is a bridge and a title track from them, and it is like the hardest thing to get. It's the hardest thing to get. Come on. Bad Desire is still amazing though. But I really love that. I like it. I kind of like their 80s vibe, how very like fast-paced it is. It just like transports me like I'm watching like an 80s movie or something, you know, just like sci-fi. I don't even know what I'm watching, but I'm watching something from the 80s, which I really like that. Like with the more kind of like retro sounding stuff, sometimes it is hard for me to connect with it. I feel like just in general, the 80s have been overdone, not only within just like pop culture because of Stranger Things, we can blame her, because that really was just like this resurgence once that first season dropped. You know, it really wasn't a thing until that. And then the retro era of K-pop music. And then, I mean, I kind of got tired of the K-pop stuff. Because at that time, you're consuming so much 80s just in popular culture that it just kind of, I think by the time the retro stuff came out, I was like, I kind of don't care, like, I'm kind of over it, you know, but kind of stuff like this, when it is, like, made at such, like, a high quality, and just, I don't know, I feel like kind of just, like, transports me to, like, I wasn't born in the 80s, I was born in the 1900s, but at the end, but, like, it sort of transports me and makes me feel and think of, like a very 80s aesthetic, you know, like a darker kind of sci-fi romance. Oh my god, yes! I just miss that era so much. Or I miss movies like that, I should say. But in that sort of way, that I think is just like really cool when you can feel sort of transported to a specific time or place, you know? Even if you haven't lived it, say you've watched movies from the 80s, you know you can sort of have a fantasy what it's like, feels like to be immersed in that world. Stranger Things, I don't know. But yeah, okay, oops, I dropped my ring. Okay, last track we're gonna be checking out is Too Close. I'm expecting that much more kind of poppy vibe, and it really does make sense with Loose why they dropped that kind of first, because it's much more loose, is much more fitting for what we're actually getting out of the B-sides. Even though it kind of like did I say like more 70s in that track? I think I heard a little more. I don't know, maybe it was just that funky. And then Flashover is kind of like but then also Bad Desire kind of got that JT vibe, you know what I mean? So it also transports me to my past. You know, we're just, you know what? They're vampires, so they live forever. So I don't know how long Enhypen has been alive. I don't know exactly where the lore starts with that one, but they're just this whole album is just them taking us to different eras that they've been alive. That's what they should do, is like, we should like, they've been kind of like, I feel like, well, it also makes sense with the style of their trailer for it, how it kind of felt like very talk show like, you know, and it kind of felt like an old school kind of almost like movie. It makes sense now because it was much more on par with the actual album. Wow, who would have thunk? I'm connecting the dots as we experience them. That makes a lot more sense now. So I definitely could see that now. But like if they had a concept to where it was just like they were like 80s vampires, they were like, you can go even like Joseon period vampires. Again, I don't know where the lore starts with Enhypen, even though we kind of do. Even though there is kind of little like origin elements kind of everywhere, but if we kind of do like stuff like that, it would be magical. I just want it. Maybe I just want 80s Enhypen vampires as a concept, and as like a visual trailer film, and then in a concept for a music video. I got many wants and desires. Do they always come true? Obviously not. Alright, last track, Too Close. Excited to be seeing what they're doing for this one. Their tracks are really good, but I don't know where they're gonna take me for this one. Anyways, Too Close. Oh my gosh, hang on. It's just technical difficulties. Let's go. Okay, Ballad. But then after...
Too close, not more with it on distance. You so bad, I gotta move back. No more time and now I'm so into you.
The piano sounds familiar. They always give Nikki those parts, or maybe it's just Nikki. Whoa!
Too close, no more 위태로운 distance.
Isn't this from something? Or is it this song? Oh. Well, we kind of like remix. Did we sample? Did we sample? I mean, there's so many people that made this. Oh, Max, what's up, homie? There's so many writing credits. It just sounds so familiar. The vocals, I mean, I can't even. That was crazy. That was crazy. I don't know. Maybe it just sounds so familiar with the piano. I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, it's just crazy. What is that? No, that's talking about like Bad Desire. But yeah, no, there's some like familiarity there with the piano. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it could be. Sort of say, I mean, I googled Too Close Enhypen sample and nothing comes up, but it does sound very familiar. There are so many. I mean, I think it may be the Max in there because he worked on the track, so his sort of sound and how he does stuff, I think that's what maybe I'm hearing is very familiar. But it was a banger though. Like, I thought we were gonna get into a ballad, and I'm like, how you gonna drop a ballad, then you give me Bad Desire English version and then Loose at the end? That just seems so crazy. But I definitely think that's what it is. I think it is kind of that Max, his flavors coming through with the track, which I think is really cool. It made it very funky and cool and different. I think the album's really good. It's definitely not what I expected it to be from Enhypen, but we're in a new era, you know, they're gonna be doing new things, but yeah, it was so interesting, because, well, I feel like Romance Untold had a lot more kind of low-key tracks, right? Oh, I should volume it down. Yeah, I think everything felt a little bit more like low-key with that, so with like, and they kind of went like softer pop for that whole thing. Like Bring the Heat Back or Brought the Heat Back was their most like hype song on there. But for this one, it's just like so interesting how they dive into like the more pop side of them with the B-sides. Cause I don't know, I feel like they're like, when I think of when the last, I don't know if it was the last time they had a dark concept, but when you think of Dark Blood, Bite Me, that whole album, very much the album wasn't exactly the same type of sound, but their B-sides were so kind of within like a darker concept for them, and kind of going back to like a darker concept with Desire Unleash, but having so brighter sounds and kind of more poppier stuff. I wouldn't know if brighter is the right word for it, but much more poppier B-sides was kind of very interesting. But if they're pop boys, then they're pop boys. It's a K-pop group, and I really like it. I think Flashover, it just transports me to like, I'm at a rave in 2016. Was I ever at a rave in 2016? I've never even been to a rave. Closest thing I've been to is like DJ sets at a festival, Porter Robertson. That's the closest I've been to. And then Helium got a really cool 80s vibe to it. I think it's so sick. My favorite ones on the album is still probably Bad Desire English, but girl, it's been melting into my brain. But I think Loose is really good as well. It's like a very funky type of track, but then again, also kind of like how they're in like different eras, different time periods of music within their B-sides, I think is really cool. And again, if they were to do just like some more of that, but like and they did promote it with their like trailer film for the comeback. But like I'm talking like if you give me a trilogy, but then you kind of give us 70s, 80s, 90s, and we're sort of exploring the past eras. Because they had the new millennium thing they did with oh gosh, what is that one? I'm trying to do the choreography, seeing if I remember the name of the song, and it didn't work. Was it Tame Dash? No, it wasn't. I knew that. I know it was not Tame Dash. That was a sweet. Where is this comeback? Bless Curse? Bless Curse. Because it was the Dimension answer. That's why. Because I was thinking blue. Because I remember the music video was so blue. But the album art was red. So that's where it got me. But yes, I think it's very interesting. All the tracks are really good. It's nice to kind of see them explore in this way. The music, even though they have, and that's like the concept of K-pop, but it was very interesting. It was not what I was expecting for the album to kind of the B-sides, the rest, and then the sort of turn out to be, but I think it is very much a balance of them, their more K-pop dark concept stuff, and what you're kind of getting from them with their more English tracks and that more poppy or Western pop, like trying to balance and maintain those two sort of things as like all K-pop groups are doing, you know. So like the K-pop, the fans like the darker concepts, but then they promote like a more Western poppier sound to try and get a Western audience, and somehow maybe they'll blend together. Have they yet? I don't know the demographics of the audience and who's listening to what. I just know what I like, and I like Enhypen. But that kind of maybe is why the B-sides are the way that they are. But we don't got to get into a whole discussion about. This is not the video for the discussion of the Westernification of K-pop music post-COVID. We don't got to get into it, even though we could. I'm never going to make a video about it. Go to put your thoughts and comments down below what you thought about Enhypen's Desire. No? Now I'm. Desire Unleashed. Because it was Romance Untold. I tripped myself up. Desire Unleashed. Your thoughts, comments down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. Want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, in the description down below. Or at the end screen if you like gaming content. I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Assassin's Creed Shadow, so you can join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, you got that. Desires, baby girl, you got desires too. Follow my name up on your skin, permanent like a tattoo.